Okay, so we're watching a 12-12 that I just got recently. It's not my best played run. It's been a few days since I did runs, and this is 10 minutes into the session. So there's a lot of misplays, but I think it's worth going over it. So first one is a little slow to find the BT. I did a circle check when it's not necessary, and then I have enough iron to make a pressure plate, but for some reason, which I still don't understand, I punched a log, and while I was punching the log, I realized what I was doing. But then I thought, well, it's fine, we can salvage this and make doors instead, and hopefully I would get enough wood that I wouldn't have to get more, right? It's just not a good place to put the TNT very close by. I end up getting a couple more logs. I guarantee you that we have enough wood for 0, and it's still a 53-second leave or something like that, which is not horrible, but not great when you spawn right on the BT. Then I made the logs into, this is just the common theme of this run is not great inventory management. So you saw I made the logs into planks, which is just unnecessary to do, and it puts me out of my boat because I shift click, which means I have to get back in the boat. And then after that, I put the iron on the hotbar, which is not a huge deal because I need it to craft the flint and steel, and then it's also make sure that my hotbar is set up for the portal, like my boat goes into the right slot, my doors come back into the right slot. But you can do all of that while you're swimming down to the ravine, so there's no point. If you take it further back, even like I organized my hotbar at the crafting, which is something I'm trying to stop doing. You should organize your hotbar when you're boating with your offhand. So just all those things add up, you know. So, and when I do stay disciplined and do those things, I notice that the enters are just in general a lot faster. But this is a really far ravine, so the enter's already bad, and then the portal is kind of scuffed because these lavas are just missing. And so anytime it's scuffed, it's just annoying because you don't practice every type of situation. So I handled it fine, I guess, but it was just slow. Bastion loads in, it's like kind of far, but not that bad. I didn't look exactly how many chunks it is. And then I spend a good amount, like, it's okay to look around when you're moving, but I kind of spent a lot of time not moving at all, looking around for a fort, because, you know, in my mind, it's like, I'm not really I'm playing for better than sub 12, and it's like, you know, far bastion terrains looks bad right now, but it gets better. And so you just want to get an idea of what's going on. Like if I see the fort before I get there, it's like a huge help. And I know it's just not going to be here because all this open terrain with nothing. The movement's pretty good, I guess, for not being that warmed up. Like, did some wall parkour, took a couple fall damage. I decided early to tower up there, which was good because like just anticipating your decisions is good. So this is an example of me not doing that. So I have this ghast here, right? And there's terrain to the housing triple. And so I'm like, okay, I need to take care of this because he's gonna shoot and put fire on the route and the pigs are gonna get lost, and I can't hit this pig that's chasing me, so I have to lava bucket him. But now the pigs that are in the triple are chasing me, so I'm like, okay, fuck this. I need to just ignore the ghast. I shouldn't have even tried to deal with the ghast. It turns out not being a big deal, but like there's a scenario where he fireballs in the wrong place and then I don't get these pigs or whatever, but I ended up just wasting time trying to deal with it. So I go to the mid down. I don't know if you noticed, but I did a quick like pie check and there was nothing there, and we're on 16, so I'm already thinking, you know, this is really slow bastion. I'm only at the gold at over 4 minutes. This is just not it, you know. So this run just happened to work out, but like you know, I've been resetting for a lot better and I've been on a lot better pace. It's just the one that the best one so far. It's not my best end enter, it's not my best blind, it's not my best enter. Yeah, it's just a fine run. And so you'll see here, I got them in the hole. It's not like the ideal hole or whatever, but like I kind of just do a different one every time. I don't know. It's not really a huge deal. And and I was like trying to do Pydar and digging the blocks at the same time, and I got a little bit confused of what block it was, so I did it kind of like twice, which was not great, but it's fine. It's just good to get out of the trading hole and know where you're going. I spent a lot of time in that chest organizing my inventory. Like I said, the inventory management is just not very clean. And then I wait for an extra trade there where it was not necessary. I had enough explosives for 0 already, but they were I was just like getting the fire res on my hotbar, and then I just decided to wait for that last trade, and I did get more string, but it's just not necessary. Could have left sooner. You don't need to. I could have put the fire res on my hotbar while I walked out. So I checked on the way out. It was the first way I checked, so that's good. And then I ate on my way up because I was down 2.5, so I ate my cod, which is not overlapped or anything, but like I don't have a ton of food, so I thought it was the right thing to do. And I just threw like one thing out while I was running. And then this pearl, okay, there's a lot happening. I'm kind of been behind on the commentary, but I tried to, I don't know how I feel about how I handled that situation, because like it was just, I threw a max distance pearl and it landed higher up on the leg than I expected. So I could have just started the dynamic there and not spent the extra pearl to go up like 10 blocks, but I expected to be on the bottom of the fort. Then this happens, dude. This fucking gas. Like, I'm just trying not to fucking die right now. So eventually I just give up on trying to hit the fireball back. I'm like, let me just deal with these. I saw the spawners when I got on the fort, so I had already decided I was just gonna dynamic this leg and then get to the spawners, and hopefully that's enough. Then I ran into 3 skellies here. I saw them, so I hit the first one off, and then these 2 were fighting the one blaze, so I took care of them, but I just took a lot of health there because I ran into the blazes to punch the first one off, and then I got shot by the others. So I don't know, it's just like, I don't know, it could have been a lot cleaner, but it just didn't really work out great. So and now because I took all that damage, I'm like scared to pearl to this second spawner because I want to finish the run, and it's not insane pace or anything, so I'm just like feeling like I just want to finish the run. Forgot I didn't have soul speed there. So not the biggest deal. Like, you pearl here and you're on 2 hearts. It's just a little scary, but like usually, like if this was a ranked match or something, I would do that, which is weird because you should be trying to play safer in ranked, but like those are the kinds of things that I'm usually comfortable with doing. So I don't know why I didn't do it. If you're looking, there's a couple of moments of me messing around in my inventory there too, like at the start of the fort, which is not great. I kind of took some long pauses on these eyes because run kind of sped up really fast, and I wasn't really prepared for it, but I was just trying to let the muscle memory take over. Still not, like, I shouldn't be nervous on this. Like, I've had plenty of runs in ranked and practice seeds and stuff that are this pace, and in actual runs as well. Like, I've had several strongholds faster than this, several end enters faster than this one's gonna end up being. But yeah, again, like, just doing some unnecessary things. I don't know why I paused there, but that's just the time to pause. It's as if I stood there. Yeah, I'm really not happy with how a lot of the inventory management decisions, like, I don't know why. Like, you can make the case crafting all the beds is the right play here. You're gonna have to craft them in the portal room if you're going to 0, and right now I'm thinking 0, right? But these cords are like in the middle of this lava. I have to end up throwing lots of pearls, and then after this pearl, this third pearl, I'm like, let's see, I'm like 20 blocks away, like 15 blocks in each direction. So I'm I don't usually like doing this, but I decided to bridge to it because I was thinking, okay, maybe I just don't zero and save my health because I have enough health right now to just finish the run. But you'll see later, I just never made this decision, and this kind of indecisiveness can cost you a lot of time. So because I never made this decision, we're gonna get to the stronghold, and then I'm not gonna be prepared to do a death reset for 0, and I'm not gonna be prepared to just run straight into the portal room, or just finish the portal and go straight to the end. Okay, and then here, for some reason, from the very start, I thought this isn't starter. I don't know why, but I jumped around, wasted a few seconds there, do the preemptive. I see a very obvious spike right there. And then still, instead of running to the obvious spike, I check. Is it starter? Yeah, it is. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's a very obvious spike right there. And obviously it's starter too. It's just, I can't really understand that. So by running into this, it's like I've already decided I'm not death resetting because it's just a slower death reset here. But I still go ahead and craft the 2 anchors like I'm gonna 0, and I already have 7 beds, so like even if I was zeroing, you could say the anchors aren't necessary, but it's just like if you are, you just want to be safe. So for a second I think about, okay, I'll just death reset here, and then I don't, so that's like minus 20 seconds or so, or plus 20 seconds or so, because I just was indecisive, and that's the kind of decision that I should have been making ahead of time, or like, I don't know, I think my brain kind of turned off after the first portal. There was just a lot of things that I wasn't thinking through, and the autopilot didn't really kick in. Like I should have just entered quickly, or I should have death reset, and I should have just decided what I was doing before I got in the portal room. You know, that's just how you should be all the time. And then I saw that I had this bow and 3 arrows from the skellies, so we knocked out 3 towers, and that was probably helpful to get this perch to be relatively fast. Like the end fight is like 130 or something. So that worked out. I mean, I don't know, you've seen it now. It's just not a really remarkable run, and there's a lot of small mistakes that add up, I think, and it could have easily been a sub 12. It was back 1-8 to 0, so you could have also been 0 wall. The cage wasn't very deep, but I'm not very comfortable with cage. But whatever, it's over. I like I said, like the pace was really bad. You know, this was not a sub 5 fort or anything crazy like that. So hopefully I can do better soon. Hopefully I covered most of the major things here, and it was helpful. But yeah, okay.